Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Harass Emma a little bit more, so...
Yeah.
Kate bought lots of new jewelry, but she didn't.
Oh.
Aha.
Aha!
I don't think
So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because,
It wasn't about money.
Reasonable to me.
Was it, Emma?
No.
Go on. What was it really about?
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Ryan's affair with Kate.
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
You just thought Kate was
So
wrong.
he wasn't having an affair with you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Not sure about this. Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another reason she was worried about Kate blackmailing Ryan.
Yeah, so he was definitely having an affair with...
Emma?
She says that...
We don't have that anywhere, though. We have to find an item that'll, like, tie to it, you know what I mean?
Hold on.
Oh, has never met Ryan, but she went to the course, right?
Yeah, so she went to the course. Hold on. And then...
Hey.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him.
That face.
Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Okay, so it was you.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan.
What?
She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I... and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and... what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
Okay, seems like she's being honest now.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
A Lothario, eh? I like it. Oh, so this Ryan's a bit of a Lothario, eh?
What does Lothario mean?
It's just like, I don't know. It usually means somebody is like...
Hedonistic or what?
Like, gets lots of women, is kind of deceptive.
Womanizer? Or...
Yeah. It's seen as like one of those positive negative terms, you know what I mean?
Semi-slut shaming a man? Like that?
Maybe? I don't think so.
Like, bro fist respect but not cool? Like that?
I don't know exactly what you're trying to say.
Like, nice, you're gonna get laid with lots of women, but I don't think it's cool that you're so deceptive about it. Like that? I'm trying to be funny.
Yeah. It's not working.
So, what is it? So it's like... So he's just like, gets a lot of ladies, but he's kind of sleazy about it.
Yes, he's sleazy.
Ah, okay. Really?
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, is that all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
Really?
Maybe he has a really, like, attractive personality, like, very commanding.
Yeah, maybe he's also a cult leader.
Exactly.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was.
Okay, you're
All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well,
Okay,
we
yeah,
have reason
right.
to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
With pleasure.
right. Okay,
You
so
see what
you're
I'm saying?
like,
Like somebody who's just like really like thinks he's really smooth and
I don't know. I think there's like, what if he was the one who gave the necklace to what's her face, to Emma, and Emma was like, "No, that's done now," and then Kate took it.
but she had it at college 18 months ago before the course was ever
Right.
started.
Okay, that's true. So then it was definitely James. Alright, so well.
All right,
what-
so let's go through.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day. The benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course.
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
He's being so weird.
Right? See, like,
Of course, I didn't expect her to kill herself.
yeah.
You idiot! He's reminding me of Michael blah, 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 from Michael and Weblook. Just the way he acts and the way he looks. From like Peep Show and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like very dramatic. Let's see.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not.
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Okay.
Does never seen the license but doesn't know. Let me just look back. I just want to look back just
Yeah.
to... Hadn't suspected she had any emotional...
Said she hadn't suspected she had any emotional problems, but was drunk all the time.
Well, he goes and he's like drinking right now. Maybe he's just like also like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like there are some people who are just like, what? Everybody drinks all the time. And then you're like, no, they don't.
I never know what's normal or not. That's why I constantly ask Stacy, like, hey, is this normal? How about this? And Stacy's like, shut up. Go away. Stop asking me.
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
Okay, so you're hiding something.
So thinks he also drives, but Simon says like, there's no public transport. I only have the bike.
Yeah, he also like moved his fingers around, like he was nervous answering that question.
Yeah.
Like he was covering his bases by saying that, you know what I mean? That Simon might have driven something at some point. Oh, okay.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
Know what this is?
Yes, it's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
So why would they have... Because they said that they had the necklace when they were at school.
Well, maybe, you know how sometimes you just are aware... Maybe the college is close to near there.
So even though they weren't officially in the course yet, they had already met?
There's also obviously some sort of cult going on, so maybe they were joining the cult early on or something like that. And I'm sure it'll become more clear as we go on, but there's something about that necklace that's
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's important because it's been brought up
a million times. But they said freedom from your ancestry. What does that mean?
I don't know. There's going to be some cult stuff in here, it's for sure.
I'm sure that this necklace has something to do with, being picked or something. Here, you're in the secret club now or some shit.
Yeah.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
Really? You don't know anything about it except that they were having an argument about blackmailing you?
He definitely... Oh, I can't wait to hear what he says about this shit.
Oh, boy.
Can you tell me about this?
Why don't you put
Haven't
your
seen
DNA
that for a
all
while.
over it?
We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Yeah, so you definitely kill women while wearing that mask. For sure, right?
For sure.
100% sure he was priming that what's-her-face to kill her because, yes, there's something about, yes, there's the power of women. I'm gonna kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Kate's argument.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
What? Oh, you know what I guarantee? I bet this guy, he calls women fascinating creatures. Doesn't he sound like one of those guys who says, women, they're fascinating creatures? You know?
Thank you. I am an exotic bird.
But you ever, they're very sophisticated men, but they're also still kind of...
Females.
They're a very sophisticated man, and
No. They always say, yes, the female species is a very interesting creature, and you're like, what?
Yeah, and it's he's pseudo-intellectual, and he's yes! And they describe women poetically, but it's a thinly veiled way of saying women are animals.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll call you fiery and passionate. You're such a passionate creature, and I'm
but you're calling me a creature.
Yeah, what? Am I a bird? In a cage?
So he said that he usually leaves for Atlas at 6 p.m. and I think that the window was broken around 6:30 or 7. So he was probably at the pub at the same time as Kate and Emma.
Okay.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks.
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and
I just realized what he's a reference to.
What?
His name is Ryan Rand or whatever his name is, and his thing is called Atlas. Aaron Rand, Atlas Shrugged.
Oh.
I was gonna say it earlier, but then I was like, no, that's a bit of a stretch. But then I realized his thing is called Atlas.
Oh, is his last name Rand?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
I was gonna say it earlier, but then I was like, no, Stacey's gonna make fun of me. Atlas advertising poster. His name is something Rand. Where am I?
But, the scrying mirror.
I can't wait to see what he says about this.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
No, you didn't.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Ew.
Yeah, coming from you, miss, I know everything about satanic pagan stuff.
I do, but he's being weird about it. Being like, and I don't believe in it anymore. I
I'm
don't
sorry,
need to because
you're
I
saying that
sacrifice
somebody
women
else-
myself.
Somebody else is being weird about something.
Yeah, but I didn't kill anybody that you know of. He just seems like he did something really fucking. Oh, okay. He thinks he's more powerful than that. That's what it is.
What? More powerful than
Magic.
the magic?
Yeah, he's like, oh, wait a second. My ego is much stronger than Satan. Like, you know what I mean? He thinks he's more powerful than magic.
Go to the cardboard mask.
Friend who died last year. Who was a woman.
So it says the symbol on the mask represents the triple goddess, but he doesn't believe in anything supernatural.
Maybe it's one of those things, you know how I'm like, you know, I like to like look up spells even though I don't actually believe it's
Just
real.
click on him and see what he says.
Oh. What do you mean? Click on them.
Yeah, so it says the symbol
Oh.
on the mask represents the triple goddess, but he doesn't believe in anything supernatural.
I didn't realize that. I thought you were just saying. Okay.
No, I think, used to have a Black Mirror himself.
Have you seen the show Black Mirror? I think you said you have.
Yes.
Saw Kate at last meeting last Friday. Drunk at the meeting. First met Kate 3 months ago at Atlas.
What about she was drunk at the... I'm assuming they'll be from, like, different...
Oh, I'm just saying it out loud. Sorry. Poster designed by agency was the first poster for Atlas. Atlas name picked randomly. Doesn't know about the argument. Usually leaves for Atlas at 6 p.m. So he was at the pub and he saw... Oh!
So did he...
Oh. So there's no thing. Never bought a freedom necklace.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I'm just gonna press the thing to show Tipsy if we're, Better see Simon again.
Ho ho!
Which one's Simon?
The Simon's the guy, Emma's boyfriend.
Ah.
There's literally only 2 men.
3 men.
Who's the third?
The weirdo. The James.
Oh yeah, there's James.
Where
so
he
you
likes-
knew James was the weirdo. You knew the guy that we were talking to was Ryan, and yet you couldn't figure out who the third guy was.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really bad with names. It takes me a long time to learn them. Knock for Simon. Man, these people must
There you go.
What are you doing?
Oh!
Cute.
I'd be really annoyed too, honestly. I'm trying to like
Smells
do my
nice.
thing.
What is that? Chili pork. I have no idea you're a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Oh, here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
But it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
So nobody's friends with anybody and everyone hates each other. Okay.
So he calls them... Angela calls them herbs.
Hubs.
Herbs.
They all call them hubs.
Yep, herbs. Last saw Kate at the Atlas meeting on Friday. Didn't socialize with Kate outside Atlas. Kate often seemed drunk at Atlas. Knew Kate at college, but they didn't socialize.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Oh, another greenhouse. So go to that middle one.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
This guy's hat is ridiculous.
I love it. I think it's so funny.
He's in England. He's like, no, I need this hat.
He's like, I'm Indiana Jones. He's even got the leather satchel and everything.
You know what? I gotta respect him for being like, no, I think it's cool.
Yep. Doing it. Herbs.
So he really does grow herbs.
So he
He's
grows
not
herbs, but like 2 herbs.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
So I thought it was all this time it was like herbs, you know? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But no, it's actually herbs. So
Yeah.
everyone's like, yeah, we love his herbs. And we traded for his herbs. And I'm like...
And we traded herbs for beer.
And I was like, yeah, okay, so weed, right? No? Okay, well...
I didn't think that they would be that forthcoming to a police officer about it.
I know, I thought they were all being like...
You thought it was weird that they were all just like, yeah.
Herbs, you know? We trade herbs like it's 1912. Are your eyes okay?
Yeah.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Magic spells, idiot!
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. Just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Go down to the bottom. Oh, we can go ask Simon about the mint.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Sam's gonna be like, this isn't mint.
This is, you know...
Something weird for spells.
Yep.
Oh. Maybe it's sage.
Yes, for burning and keeping out spirits.
Yeah.
Couple more questions, if that's
'Cause
okay.
He doesn't want us to know about his secret spells that he's casting.
Yes.
You know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Oh!
Not at all, no.
Sage leaf.
Go to the scrying mirror. Just,
Where? Oh,
it's right there.
Okay, sorry.
Duh.
Oh, so we have to go back and be like, so these are sage leaves. What spells you casting? What evil spirits you trying to cleanse, bro? We know about
Thank
that.
you. Probably be back later.
No?
Yeah, we could ask her
That's
about
all for the moment. Thank you.
Did you want to... Okay.
No, I'll go back and I just want to see what the tip is. And also something I haven't asked Emma, Rebecca, and Ryan about yet.
Yeah, about the leaves.
A few more questions, please.
You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
She looks like she hates Rebecca.
She looks like she hates everything.
Okay. Oh wait, is Rebecca the one who's married to
Ryan?
Yeah. Oh.
So.
She's like, yeah, Rebecca. Oh, I was wondering what... they look pretty similar.
Yeah, I suppose.
They both have the same hairstyle.
Yeah, they both have brown hair and they're white.
Well, and they both have that same, hair swoop.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I think they both have the same hairstyle.
Well, you know how guys have types? Or at least guys in TV shows have types.
Yeah.
In real life, most people don't have that particular type. Yes, I want the same exact person every time.
Every single time. No, I've met some people like that, though. It's weird. It's really weird.
But on TV shows and stuff, they try to simplify it a lot, where they're like, no, it's just the same exact person, except different.
Do you want me to tell you something that's going to really
ask you a couple
irritate
more things,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
So I once met, there was this white dude, and
Did he say Asian something?
Yeah, he only dated Asian girls.
That's so dumb.
Isn't that so weird?
Every single boyfriend I had before Raphael would say, I've never dated an Oriental... No, they would say, I've never dated an Asian girl before. And one said, I've never dated an Oriental before. And I was like, oh my god.
We're done. That's it. I'm
Whoa.
sorry. You've just disqualified yourself.
Oh, no, no. One said, you're the first girl I've ever dated who wasn't white. And I was like... I don't think about this ever. It's clear to me that everyone else seems to be thinking about this a lot, and I never think about this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's my Pokemon cards that are girlfriends. What? That's how I felt like. I felt like a Pokemon card.
It's weird. Let's ask about the dried leaves.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic
God's
mint.
drugs.
Salvia Divinorum.
Oh!
Years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic. And legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
Oh, so basically...
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
So that's why he has a hookah, right?
Oh, okay. That makes
And he's
sense.
like, I don't know, it's mint.
That's why he was probably acting weird.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
wait,
all like, hey,
So...
your face is purple. Is that okay?
No, he was probably like, you probably snuck up on him right as he was coming down, and he's like, whoa. Yeah, we were friends. I gotta go.
No,
Ooh.
you'd have to be out there for like hours.
No. I took Salvia once. I'm gonna admit that I did a drug. I don't recommend it. It's terrible. And I was terrified, but it only lasts like 10 seconds.
What?
Okay, so Salvia, can you just believe me? This is the one time I know something, okay?
Okay.
So, Raphael got it, and like, this was when it was legal, so we didn't do anything illegal. I'm very much a stickler. He did it, and then he came back down like 10 or 30 seconds later. And then I was like, I was like afraid. And so then I did it. And I thought that I was screaming and that I was crying. And then I was like, why were you not like comforting me? He was holding me the whole time and I was sitting there in silence.
So it's like crack.
I don't know. I've never done crack.
No, I'm saying because crack only lasts for like a very short period of time.
Yeah, I think it's even... Doesn't crack last like 10 minutes though?
Yeah, but I'm saying like, so in order to like sustain a high, you'd have to just like keep doing it?
You don't want to sustain a high. It's just meant so that you just like have a mind-altering experience for a few seconds.
Oh my gosh.
It's really intense though.
That's
Don't
weird.
do it. It's terrible. Well, other people have done it and they really liked it, but I didn't like it at all. I don't like
they
it.
They usually say that if you have like any... I've never done a hallucinogen, but they usually say that if you have any sort of like trouble in your psyche, that hallucinogens are probably not for you.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Because the whole time.
Because it can really prey on, like, the worst things that are in your mind and just make it, like, a nightmare.
Yeah, that's probably it. But, so don't, like, take it from somebody like me. You guys, I guess, kind of know me, I guess. It was horrible. Don't do any hallucinogens if you feel like you're not in a good place, because it's the worst. And I was only in there for like 10 seconds, and I thought I was screaming at the top of my lungs and crying, and Raphael was like, no, you weren't doing anything. You were just sitting there. Just...
Yikes.
So don't. It's not, like, you know how people are like, oh, I heard that it does this. It sounds awesome. It's not awesome.
Yeah.
So don't. But anyway, don't do drugs. I'm trying to be a good role model. Was I a good role model by saying it was terrible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I've hallucinated from other things before, not like because I took a hallucinogen, and it was like terrifying.
Okay,
and
so
never ever.
I'm trying to tell you that it's not fun, and that I did it and it was bad. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay? I hope I'm being a good role model. Am I doing a good job of saying say no?
Say no.
Just say no.
But you know what? I feel like it's different to be like, you know how some people are just like, no, I've never tried drugs. Don't do drugs because they're just bad. Like, it's one thing to say that, but it's another thing to say, like, I tried it. It was bad. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then, you know, there's a lot of people who are, like, stuck in addictions who will, like, make a bunch of excuses and be like, no, you should definitely do it so I'm not alone in my addiction. That's, like, what a lot of people do. So don't...
That's how people get roped into drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes if they have, like, one friend that drinks a lot and then everybody else, they make everybody else around them drink more.
Yeah, like, one of my ex-roommate's friends came over and she's like, let's do shots. And so then I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do anymore. And she was, like, trying to get us to do more. I was like, I cannot. I'm going to throw up. Please stop forcing me to do this.
Yeah, because it's like she wants somebody else to be, like, as drunk as she is, you know?
I was too in. I was like, why are you trying to make me do more? Like, it was making me uncomfortable. And that's okay. Like, it's okay for you to be uncomfortable and them to be the person being pushy. Like, it's cool. Don't.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, anyway, most people who are, like, normal, if you say, no, I don't really feel like doing that, they'll be like, cool, and then leave you alone, you know? But anyway, sorry.
So we still have to, let's see.
Doesn't take any drugs or medicines.
Yep.
She likes to stay pure. What does that mean?
Pure for what? For Ryan's sacrifice?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, some sort of weird, like, I bet Ryan, like, worships her body or something like that. You know what I mean?
He says that mask, like, it was the sign of the triple goddess. Remember?
Yeah, so he's, you know, so this is just me picking up on things that could probably not be true at all. But she says she likes to stay pure, and she's Ryan's wife. And Ryan's, you know, I'm going to assume that he's
fucking around with somebody else.
Yeah, but he also seems to still be really into his wife, you know? Because when you bring her up, he's like, oh, my wife? You know? He's probably still pretty into her.
Yeah.
And she's like, I like to stay pure, so maybe he likes women who are, quote-unquote, like, not sexually pure, but, like,
pure of mind and spirit.
Pure of mind and spirit, and that, I don't think that he would really be into Kate because Kate drinks, not saying that drinking...
And that's why she had to die.
Well, like, I'm just saying he probably wasn't really into, like, whatever it is he's into Kate, but he did like her as a person.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.